Hey, Stephanie Essen here at GDC. I'm talking with Kelly Gaughan. She's from Intel, and she's at GDC showing off the Intel Coarse Pixel Shading technology. So tell me, what is Coarse Pixel Shading anyway?
Great question. So Coarse Pixel Shading is a new hardware feature that we have coming in our new Gen 11 hardware. And essentially what we're doing is we allow developers to decouple their shading rate from the frame resolution. So right now, developers, if they want more performance, one way they get that is by using dynamic resolution rendering, where you have to downres the entire frame, and that leads to a lot of artifacts and blurring that people don't want to deal with. What we want developers to be able to do is use a scalpel instead of a sledgehammer, and that's what this technique is all about. So this is the same technique that is Microsoft's variable rate shading. So you may have seen this at their booth or other things. And it's part of our new hardware that's coming out. We have a demo here today, Sun Temple demo. So we've integrated this into our own branch of Unreal Engine so that developers can start using it as soon as possible and figuring out how to get the most performance out of their game.
Amazing. So Sun Temple demo, what does this look like in the game?
Excellent question again. So essentially what you're going to see is that when we have this technique off, Coarse Pixel Shading or variable rate shading, you'll see high fidelity. We're doing one pixel shader invocation for every pixel on the screen, which is how we normally render. When we turn on 2x2 Coarse Pixel Shading, what you'll see is that we do one pixel shader invocation for 4 pixels, a box of 2x2. And what that does is since we have fewer invocations, we're saving performance there. The nice thing is, even though we are using a slower resolution within a single mesh, the outline of the mesh is still preserved, which is what the human eye is much more sensitive to. So you'll notice actually very little loss in visual fidelity.
That's awesome. It sounds like some really great improvements. So you mentioned that it has some performance benefits. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So this technique, because we are freeing up those pixel shading resources, you have this extra headroom now to use for developers can either add more features or just make their game run on hardware that it couldn't run on before.
Very cool. All right, well, if someone wanted to learn more about maybe the Sun Temple demo or just more about this awesome tool, where would they go?
So we're going to be having our samples come out shortly, so keep up with Intel Game Dev and our portals there. But right now, if someone wanted to start working with this technique, I'd point them to the Microsoft Variable Rate Shading resources. They have a lot of great information that just came out on Wednesday, so people can start exploring.
All right, sounds awesome. Make sure to check out the links provided to learn more about those resources. Kelly, thank you for talking with me. High five. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, I hope you liked this video. If you haven't seen our other videos on the Intel Software YouTube channel, remember to subscribe and don't forget to leave us a little comment. Tell us what other material you'd like to see and chat with other enthusiasts who watch our shows.